Let's pull 3 cards for your day today. I'm using the Morgan Greer deck. First card, the Lovers. So at first glance, you might think that this is a card about relationships, and it can be, but that's not what I'm feeling today. I'm feeling this is about a choice and about the alignment around that choice and the way you're going about making it. Because we've got a male and a female figure in this card, it suggests to me that masculine and feminine energies in harmony will help direct you to the correct orientation to this choice, keeping in mind that as with the choices that Adam and Eve made in the garden, it will have long-range consequences. So it's going to determine the path of your life going forward, whatever this thing is that you're choosing today. Now, I don't say that to scare you. It's simply to underscore the fact that we should not make choices without fully considering the domino effect that they may have down the line, whether for us or for people around us. It's important to remain true to your own divine inner nature, to what your soul is really craving, and you can feel that in your solar plexus in the heart as you consider the choices that you have on your hands. But again, as with yesterday, make sure that you know what you really want. Make sure that the hermit is upright, that he is very deliberately choosing what to do and not just lapsing into kind of, well, that's what's expected of me, or this is how I keep this party happy, or all my friends think this way and do it this way, therefore I should follow in their footsteps. That's a way of abandoning our own agency. So as you make your choice, consider the wholeness of your being. Whatever choice you're contemplating, and you can feel which one is right, I hope by this point, will result in increased abundance. This garden is not going to wither anytime soon. It is there to bloom for you because that is our birthright. Earth is our garden. This is the abundance we're born into. And if we stay in alignment with what our divine true nature is pointing us toward or pushing us toward, we're always being kind of prompted by our inner knowing, then we can continue to experience this abundance. It's when we get distracted or when we kind of lose sight of our authenticity that we can find ourselves getting into those self-betrayal patterns and making other people happy, but something in ourself quietly starts to die because we're not honoring it. So the wholeness of your being is suggested here. Investigate that today. Let's see what card number 2 has to say. And card number 2 gives us the 5 of Cups, and it's upright. Your choice seems to be between 2 very compelling but competing options. And it seems to me that this choice is between what your soul really wants and what the community or the family really wants, represented by this castle up on the hill. And so in this leaving, there are going to be some feelings hurt. There are going to be some cups spilled. You can see the wine or blood perhaps spilling out of these cups. But notice that there are 2 cups still intact, still upright, still waiting to be filled. The choice that will feel most true to you will perhaps necessitate a period of mourning because they are essentially oppositional. So being true to yourself may mean having the courage to confront and endure this period of grief so that you can find out what's waiting to fill the intact cups behind you. And I mentioned a little bit about self-betrayal yesterday. Sometimes when we're trying to be true to ourselves and not betray ourselves, it means that we can no longer manage other people's emotional states. And part of our journey as spiritual beings is to realize that that's not our job. Everyone came to this planet with their own learning agenda, their own syllabus, so to speak. And so when we're following our true north, when we're following the call that's coming from our hearts, sometimes that means realizing that other people need to do the same thing, and we are not responsible for their experience. Their own learning may include your making a choice that displeases them in some way. So courage is called for here. Remember, the queen from yesterday has the sword in her hand. She's a little bit afraid of hurting feelings, and in order to really find and embody her true sovereignty, it means making the difficult choice. So you know what to do. And finally, our 3rd card today gives us the 3 of Wands. Well, once the grieving is done, you have got a fascinating adventure ahead of you. 3 is a number of growth and progression through interaction with the world. This figure in the card is about to embark on some kind of a journey. He's leaving the stored fire of his previous life behind him and about to pass what looks like through a gate created by these other 2 wands. So this is a threshold moment where you step from your past into a new adventure, perhaps even a new timeline for the future. It's giving Jesus in the desert vibes a little bit because we've got this kind of yellow, barren landscape behind him, but those wands are full of life. There's still leaves sprouting from them, and he will have the life force energy he needs to move forward on this new adventure. And the word that really leaps out to me in this card is vitality. Your soul knows where your vitality wants you to go, where the feeling of really manifesting your own energy in the world, kind of putting your stamp on your life, some kind of a creative pursuit perhaps here, or musical writing, something where your soul is out there to share with the world. I feel like that's the thing that's calling. That's the thing represented by these acorns on the rod. As they drop into the soil as you go along, they're seeding it for something new and exciting to grow. And because this figure is so well dressed, it suggests to me that you've already passed a number of tests, like beginner tests. You've already cleared some gates that made you ready for this next adventure. So grab hold of that rod, my friend, because it's going to guide you somewhere new and exciting, somewhere completely different from where you've been before. The arid ground looks like it's not particularly fertile, but that doesn't mean that there's not growth possible from this new journey. It just means that it's going to require patience. When the acorns fall to the ground, it may take some very careful cultivation and watering and fertilization before they're able to grow. But growth is implicated by this card. So be patient, good things will come, abundance is on the way. So to sum up today's reading, the Lover's card tells us that the choice that you're working with will have long-term consequences, and they are weighty, so make sure everything's in alignment, masculine and feminine, inside and outside, before you make that choice, but then go forward confidently because abundance is promised. The Five of Cups card tells us that there may be some grief associated with this choice because the two polarities are equally weighted and they can't both remain in play going forward. If you are to embark on this journey, there may be a period of mourning that which was lost, but better to focus once that's done on these two remaining upright cups and what is eventually going to fill them. And the third card tells us to be patient. Know that a new journey is opening up ahead of you. It's going to require all of your skills, but you've got this. You've passed through some of the gates already, and this next one is going to lead you on a compelling adventure. So that's our reading for today. Have a great day. Like, follow, and share, and I'll see you tomorrow.